Hey everyone, I hope you've had a great day so far and that you're doing well. For this video, we'll be going through an unboxing of the T-Rex Dinosaur Breakout, set 76944, and this is from the Lego Jurassic World Dominion line, and this came out in 2022, which is coincidentally the current calendar year. So doing a few more Dominion sets while I slowly acquire them / find time to film them. So this is an interesting set in the sense that for a big box it's actually geared more towards the 4+ age group as opposed to being your usual 7, 8, 9-year-old and above set. So interesting in that sense, because just looking at it, things won't necessarily be lengthy or complex builds, but it is a very large set in the sense that it's a large scene. So what do we have here on the front of the box? We clearly have a rampaging T-Rex in probably some type of facility. In fact, there's Department of Fish and Wildlife. So I was having a look at the little emblem here. So clearly something has gone awry, and this T-Rex is clearly breaking out of some form of facility. In terms of what's included, so we have, it ever zooms in, so we have a blurry Owen, a blurry Zia Rodriguez, a wildlife guard, and a T-Rex. So Owen is clearly baiting the T-Rex with a piece of chicken. Since the movie hasn't come out yet, I don't know if this Zia person is a protagonist or an antagonist. Wildlife guard is probably just doing his thing, and T-Rex is the T-Rex. In terms of the box, so there's a little bit of artwork there on the side, and then on the top we just have another view of the included minifigs, as well as a 1-to-1 of Owen. In terms of the back of the box, so because it is a 4+, it is trying to encourage the younger kids how to build Lego, so that will be why it's not overly complex. So you have a few things included: a little helicopter, a small buggy, accessories, the minifigs, the T-Rex, an electrified pen, I would imagine, some walls and things like that, and obviously the T-Rex just stomping around the place, as one does. I also like how the containers have the Jurassic Park logo on it. Very nice. So that was a view of outside the box. Let's have a look at what's inside. Okay, with everything out of the box, we have surprisingly 3 booklets included, building various and different things. There were 3 actual bags in total. There are some loose bits which we'll have a look through, and there's also the split bag for the T-Rex. So looking bag on will pretty much be Owen the T-Rex little vehicle. Number 2 will be the helicopter, another minifig, and just some of this I don't want to say, oh, it looks like a helipad. I just noticed the yellow L, H, I don't know where I got L from. And book number 3, despite being quite thick, will do the fencing. So I guess we'll start at number 1. So unlike usual manuals, which has had a copy of the front box on the manual front, it's just the actual builds that will be done in the booklet. product feedback on the back as usual. Usual building instructions for online instructions, so bag number 1, as well as the multi-bags for the T-Rex. So because it is that 4+ age gap, it's encouraging just to grab all the pieces, put everything together. So I'll try and blaze through this a little bit. Actually, surprisingly, the bug is not as basic as I thought it would be. Pretty cool. T-Rex body. I like how it actually has cute little arms. Yeah, T-Rex is very multifaceted, surprisingly enough. And there you go, T-Rex and a happy Owen. So that pretty much is book 1, and actually this is quite cool. A little illustration of what is completed, I assume, by the end of this book or from this book. So that was booklet number 1. Booklet number 2, helicopter landing pad, helicopter, it's on the back. So the other kits that came out with the Dominion line. So at the point of this recording, the Triceratops, Velociraptors have been done. Surprised it doesn't have the Stegosaurus, Triceratops Breakout / ambush. 2 bird sets I'm giving this. The set we're doing now, this one here, that one there, are larger sets. They'll be in the future. So, going through the booklet, pretty much same routine. Build the minifig, start to build the helicopter. This giant green piece is an actual loose piece in the box, wasn't in a bag. It's basically a case of just adding bricks and pieces to it. I do like how some of these things have been pre-printed already. Surprisingly, whilst it looks simple, it isn't as simple as one would initially think. There's a little bit of a build involved. So that's the finished helicopter, and then the helicopter pad. I don't know how I said L earlier, that is clearly NH. That's pretty cool. And going back to that end silhouette, so that's what's been done through this book. So that's book number 2. And lastly, book number 3, which is surprisingly thick. Nice little generic Rebuild the World piece. I do like some of these creative constructions. Number 3, there are some of these loose pseudo wires, which obviously go for the fence. They're not in plastic bags. Minifig, and then building the fence up. Looks like there'll be the odd big piece in there. I do like how there's a little progress minifig walking through. Skip through a few, sorry, are skipping somewhat quickly. And building the fence components. I'm sure we can skip a bit more. Getting a little electricity sign and then attaching it to the rest of the set. Minifig is clearly happy. And there you go. Finished piece, and then the rest of the scene. Parts list, dinosaurs, and that's it. So that's the 3 booklets we looked at now. Now, in terms of everything else, so I guess firstly, so these are the items that are loose within the box. So the main body of the helicopter, all in that green, and then the wires for the fence, which kind of rubberish. I don't think they're PVC, but they definitely feel a bit more rubber. So they do have some give and coil in them. So those are the loose bits. In terms of the stuff that's actually in the bag, so as we saw, there is the actual T-Rex, split up across various different sealed bags. Decent sized T-Rex. The body alone is about 13 centimeters from top to tip. That's not too bad. Giant T-Rex. Bag number 1. So this is going to be a very small bag, since we're not just building the little vehicle, the minifig of Owen, and just the egg container. The small bag 1. Bag number 2 gets a little bit bigger. And all the various bits and pieces in there, sans the body of the helicopter, which we now know is separate. And then bag number 3, minus just the wire. Everything else, so there is that giant, not giant, but large piece in there. There's a smaller bag in there with some of the smaller pieces as well. So that is bag number 3. So that brings us to an end of the unboxing of the T-Rex Dinosaur Breakout. Because of its target audience, it is a bit of a simplified set. Just looking at the bags, even though they're not huge bags, it doesn't look like there's huge amounts of pieces in them. There's a few large pieces, but once again, the novelty is more just having the flexibility of a larger type set without necessarily having the associated size of the set to brick ratio. But this looks like will be a fun little set to build, and if anything, it will be nice to have another Owen and a T-Rex, really. Who can say no to a T-Rex? Thank you very much for watching this video. Feel free to leave a like, comment, subscribe if you wish to do so. All of this does help support the channel, and I do greatly appreciate it. Extra content can be found on my Instagram account, link in the description below. Stay safe and take care, and I will catch you all in the next video. See ya.